The cosmic order of the Olympian gods, forged from chaos, was meant to be absolute. Yet this divine peace was fleeting. Seeds of an ancient conflict were being sown, not in the heavens, but on the mortal earth, during a joyous wedding celebration held in the mountains of Thessaly. A monumental feast united gods and mortals to celebrate the marriage of Thetis, a sea goddess, and Peleus, a hero. Almost every deity from Olympus was invited. Unbeknownst to the revelers, this union would eventually give birth to Achilles, the greatest warrior of his age. Eris, the goddess of discord, was the only deity intentionally excluded from the feast. Humiliated and enraged by this slight, she did not retreat in sorrow. Instead, she masterminded a calculated revenge, proving that a single action can unravel the history of an entire civilization. Piercing the joy of the banquet, Eris hurled a magnificent golden apple into the hall. Carved into the metal was a devastating inscription: "For the fairest." In an instant, the music ceased, replaced by a chilling and dangerous tension. The apple ignited a fierce rivalry among Olympus's most powerful goddesses: Hera, the queen of the gods; Athena, the goddess of wisdom; and Aphrodite, the embodiment of beauty. Each claimed the prize as her right, placing even Zeus in an impossible diplomatic bind. Realizing that choosing one goddess would incur the eternal wrath of the others, Zeus stepped away from the conflict. He decreed that the dispute must be settled by a mortal, placing the crushing weight of this choice onto human shoulders. The burden fell to Paris, a prince of Troy. His life had been shadowed by a dark prophecy from birth. Seers warned that he would bring about the burning of his city. Terrified, his family abandoned him, but fate intervened, and he was raised by a humble shepherd. Ignorant of his royal bloodline, Paris grew into manhood among the rugged terrain of Mount Ida. He earned a widespread reputation for fairness and wisdom in settling local disputes. It was this very reputation for justice that drew the attention of the gods. The divine tribunal began with bribery. Hera approached first, offering a vision of absolute dominion. She promised to make Paris the supreme ruler of Asia, with unmatched wealth and power. Yet, the young shepherd remained unmoved by the allure of an empire. Next stood Athena, appealing to the warrior's spirit. She guaranteed him infinite strategic wisdom and victory in every battle he would ever fight. She offered a legacy of martial honor, but to a peaceful shepherd raised on an isolated mountain, the glory of bloodshed held little resonance. Finally, Aphrodite stepped forward, speaking directly to human desire. She promised him the love of the most beautiful mortal woman on earth. This whisper of romance struck a deep chord within Paris, sealing his fate, though he did not yet know the woman was Helen. In a moment that would change history, Paris surrendered the golden apple to Aphrodite. By choosing personal desire over power or duty, a single mortal's fleeting choice became the anvil upon which the destruction of a magnificent empire would be forged. The rejection birthed a cosmic hatred. Hera and Athena, humiliated and furious, swore an eternal vendetta against Paris and all of Troy. This singular moment initiated a division among the gods, who would spend the coming war ruthlessly intervening to ensure the city's ruin. The prize Aphrodite promised was Helen, the queen of Sparta, whose beauty was renowned across the world. There was one catastrophic complication. She was already legally bound to the formidable King Menelaus. The stage was set for an unprecedented geopolitical crisis. Before venturing to Greece, Paris descended from the mountains to compete in the Royal Athletic Games of Troy. By dominating the events, his true lineage was dramatically revealed. The discarded shepherd boy was recognized, and the lost prince was pulled back into the heart of the royal court. King Priam, overjoyed to find his son alive, embraced Paris, his love blinding him to the dark prophecies surrounding the boy. Welcomed by his brother Hector and the royal court, Paris was reinstated to his privileges, unwittingly bringing the instrument of Troy's future destruction inside the city walls. Only Princess Cassandra, gifted with true prophecy, saw the blood on the horizon. She warned that welcoming her brother home meant inviting the destruction of their city. But burdened by a cruel curse, she was doomed to see the future with total clarity, yet be believed by no one. Driven by Aphrodite's divine promise, Paris ordered the construction of a fleet determined to cross the Aegean to claim his prize. Despite the vehement objections of his father and the strategic warnings of Hector, his personal desire overshadowed the safety of his people, and the ships were pushed into the water. As the fleet sailed, the gods split into opposing camps. Aphrodite, Ares, and Apollo aligned to protect Troy, while Hera, Athena, and Poseidon stood as the champions of the Greeks. What began as a mortal's choices had now escalated into a full-scale proxy war among the deities. From the golden apple to the shepherd's fatal choice, the trap is now set. In the next video, we travel to Sparta to uncover the truth about Helen and the blood oaths that will ignite the greatest war of the ancient world.